This is Matrix Lord 212, and I want to pose a question to fans. Now we know that the 11th Doctor has just been through a terrible ordeal, saying goodbye to Amy and Rory Pond. It's been very, very tragic, and also the fact that it's nearing the end of his time with River Song. She has become a professor, and there's not going to be that many adventures left, so we think. Yes, Oswin's going to appear, or Clara, or someone related, or whatever it is, whether it's Oswin splintered in time or whatever. Anyway, the Christmas special, we're going to see Oswin. But the thing is, don't you think, as fans, that the Doctor needs a familiar face to ease the transition, or, just to get things off his chest? I mean, if he had a former companion, like, I don't know, Rose Tyler, or Martha Jones, or, you know, I think it would be. I think I want to see that acting side of Matt Smith. I want to see the side of him when he faces Rose Tyler. I want to see what the dialogue would be. I want to see what the dialogue would be with the Human Doctor and Matt Smith. I want to see if he hates him or accepts him. I want to see how the Human Doctor would act towards Matt Smith when he finds out about that he's married to River Song. Because don't forget, the Human Doctor has the Doctor's memories up until the point of Stolen Earth and Journey's End. So I really want to see what the David Tennant Human Doctor's take is on the fact that the Doctor's married to River Song, and would he be mad or would he be happy? I mean, would he ridicule him that he knows she's going to die, why marry her, and all that other stuff without having the memories? Would the Doctor open up to Rose about Amy? Would he open up to Martha? I think of all the companions, I think it would be easier for him to deal with Martha, because Martha was sort of like a friend buddy. He kind of kept his distance with, but felt like she was getting close to him. So I really want to see what his opinion is on Martha Jones, because we see in like Stolen Earth and Journey's End that he didn't want her to become like a soldier. He didn't want her to become like in Poison Sky. He didn't want her to become with Unit, a soldier. She was supposed to be a doctor, and he felt that he interfered with that. So is the Doctor mad with Martha Jones for her choices? I mean, we see that, David Tennant, before he regenerated, he saved Martha. The 10th Doctor saved Martha. I didn't even say anything. It was like a reminiscent of the Legopolis, the Watcher watching over. Very same scene almost, like where the Watcher was on the bridge looking over, and Martha was just looking at him. Now, he knows he has to regenerate. I know he's been quiet, but what does Matt Smith's Doctor think of Martha Jones' life choices? What does he think about her becoming a mercenary when she was supposed to be a doctor? Does he feel responsible? And I think it would be refreshing, to have Martha Jones help out Matt Smith in an episode, because, at least he would get things off his chest and his problems, because he would feel comfortable with a familiar face. It seems to me that the 11th Doctor is losing all his best friends in this regeneration, and he needs to have that connection to fall back on from the past with past companions. He needs to fall back on Martha Jones, I would think. Of the new series companions, I think he needs to fall back on Martha Jones, and then shoot the breeze. I think that would be a refreshing change. I would like to see Moffat's take on Martha Jones. I would like to see where he takes Martha Jones, whether it be an episode or 3. Because I do believe that the character needs another chance. Now, I like the character Martha Jones anyway, but just like others are telling me, giving Colin Baker a chance, which, everybody's saying that he had horrible scripts and everything like that. I mean, he was the least Doctor that I liked, but, I will be willing to give him the respect of being the Doctor now with different scripts and better scripts for the anniversary, because, sometimes they're stuck in a position where they have to follow scripts, whether they be garbage or not, and we've all seen it. We've seen Love and Monsters, that was garbage. So I really want to see the different performances of Matt Smith. We've seen many. I mean, we've seen his heartbreak with River when she said she's going to Singing Towers, like he talked about it in the mini episode. We've seen his heartbreak with Amy, saying goodbye. That he didn't want her to go. He's like, come along, Pond, come in the TARDIS. I want to see that from Matt Smith. I want to see, him be reunited with family, and the only family else he has is his former companions, and I really think that that would be something that needs to happen. Um, you know, it would just be, it'd be easier to do the Human Doctor rather than the 10th Doctor, because um, the Human Doctor is different a little bit, and he has the memories of the Doctor, but he's not quite the Doctor because he's got the human side of Don Noble in him, which is a little bit different. I mean, he does crazy stuff too. So it would be nice to see that interaction between Matt Smith and David Tennant. Maybe they won't get along. That dynamic would be good, and I do want to. I always said it, but I do want to see River Song with the realization like that the Doctor was in love with Rose, whether it be the Human Doctor talking to River Song, and then explaining about Rose Tyler. I mean, I would want to see what he would say, what he would think. Would he be shocked? Would he be embarrassed? I mean, not that he's gonna like flat out admit that he loved Rose Tyler, but I want to see River Song with Rose Tyler. I want to see River Song with Captain Jack. I want to see if there's a connection between the Vortex Manipulator. I did want to see Brian Williams and River Song together on screen. It didn't happen. I did want to see Brian Williams find out what happened to Amy Rory. And we're going to finally have that tomorrow. But, now it's just, sometimes, the Doctor needs to be reunited with his family. And that's his companions. And you know what? They said it that the 10th Doctor did it before he regenerated. He went and viewed every single companion. He held the regenerate back so long. So, I mean, you know what? I think that Matt Smith definitely needs to have a visit from the past, to help him out, help his mindset out. So that's it. What would you like to see of Matt Smith? Would you like to see him encounter the Weeping Angels again? Would you like to see him flip out on the Weeping Angels? Would you like to see him talk about Amy and Rory again? Do you think he's going to talk about Amy and Rory again? Or is he going to make it like they never existed, just not talk about it at all? I tend to believe he'll mention them from time to time. And I think the biggest emotional roller coaster, possibly the best performance that's going to come, is when he says goodbye to River in the Singing Towers. I think that's going to be the freaking crowning achievement of Matt Smith. There's so many more good episodes to come. Got the 50th anniversary, Series 7, Part 2. And you know what? They're making it sound so interesting. I mean, that is an original idea, that creatures are found in the Wi-Fi. Like some type of Twitter thing. That's a genius idea by Stephen Moffat. I would have never thought of something like that in a million years. So, Stephen Moffat comes up with good ideas. He does. But I think if he does have Oswin splintered in time, that's kind of City of Death. I mean, I've been talking about City of Death a lot lately. And in Living Dream Stories, I made City of Death the DVD of the week. So, City of Death had the storyline with the cracks in time, which was only local to Earth, that the Dr. Romana was in a time loop, repeating time, sort of like when River Song was repeating time in the TARDIS before it blew up. Which is based on the story of the cracks in time, cracks in the skins of the universe, Amy's cracks, Amy's wall. So, yes, it's true that creators probably take from the past series to create different things with the new series. I mean, I think the episode of the Croutons, those robot things, they looked an awful lot like Voyage of the Damned Angels. So, just take a look at the past. I mean, with the Fezzes and Periods of Mars, Semester McCoy with the Fed. I mean, a lot of the stories is found there in the past. Inferno, the eyepiece for the Silence. Even Stephen Moffat admitted that one. So, what do you think Matt Smith's best performance is going to be in the future? Leave your comments below and please subscribe.